Nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. 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 I am a lucky one.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and as usual, we are talking real conversations that touch everyday life and test what we really believe. Now, today, let's talk about honesty and consequence. And our question today is: would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence or avoid it? Now, you know, this is like a moral test for most of us because we have all heard that the truth will set you free. But let's be honest, sometimes the truth can cost you something too. Maybe a job, a friendship, a relationship, and all of that. So honesty is still the best policy, like everyone keeps saying. And the question to you is: would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? And the number to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. And I am your host today, Marysyntia Hangeior, and together with...
And yes, good morning to you. This is Clement Sampson.
And together we are going to be diving into this, but we are not doing it alone. Remember, we are doing it together with you as well. And you can call in at any point in time to share your opinion with us. Would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? Now, honesty sounds easy until it's your turn to tell the truth that might change everything. You know, even in relationships, some people hide things to protect their partner. Although personally, I never believe that protecting part, like when it has to do with me, just tell me the truth. There's no reason to try and protect me or whatever people say. Others say that's just fear dressed as care. Among friends, the truth can save or break the bond. Tell a friend the hard truth and they might call you jealous. You know, you've been in situations like, or you've seen it, right? Where they'll call you jealous because you're just trying to like tell the truth about something.
Or not just even seen as being jealous, but just seen as being harsh here with you, with your statements, right?
Yes. And for friends that will totally not understand, they will come to that part where it's because you don't have this thing. That's why you're commenting like this on my own thing. And you know, all of this goes in communities, whether in schools, in relationships, everywhere. There's always something like that. And we keep hearing this statement of the truth shall set you free. I don't know how true that is, because most of the time the truth is putting you in trouble and not setting you free. So this morning we are asking, would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? And the number to call remains 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. And Clement, I would like to hear from you first.
Now you said that you wouldn't mind, you would prefer if somebody comes up and the person is very honest with you, right? But then that's you. Do you understand? That's you. It's now if it were like that, there'd be no issues. Do you understand? And even for you to have even said that too, I'm still even taking that with a pinch of salt.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Another thing they say that say the truth and it shall set you free, right? Does that even hold water now these days?
Well, I don't think so, honestly. For me, I don't think so. That whole idea of the truth setting somebody free, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't think. Maybe it has an atom of truth. Okay, maybe they are talking about heavenly, it will set you free. But like in the world, I don't know where the truth sets people free. Maybe it's just for people that are trying to.
It does sometimes, actually.
Okay.
It does, but face it, it's not
Maybe your
always.
truth doesn't have weight like that. If it's setting you free, maybe it doesn't have weight. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Action Radio.
morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning to you.
Tell us your name
Yeah.
and where you're calling from.
My name is Chief Sampson Clement. I'm calling from. I'm actually exercising within IBB Square,
Okay.
high level.
All right.
Yeah, you brought up a very interesting topic this morning, as usual.
Okay, let's hear your
Uh,
opinion.
But it's also very challenging now. We need to see it from diverse perspectives
Mm.
for telling the truth.
Mm.
The person involved, you
Okay.
need to ask, what is the culture of honesty and truth from where he's coming? If you come from a culture of honesty and truth,
Mm.
you don't fear the consequences.
Okay.
You even know them, but it's only natural that you tell the truth and get relaxed within you.
Mm.
And that is the most important thing.
Okay.
If you don't tell the truth and you are not also relaxed within you,
Mm.
no matter what society thinks,
Okay.
you are not fulfilled on that matter.
Mm.
Okay.
So
Alright.
it is very important to acknowledge our culture of honesty and truth
Mm.
before we even make that move to tell the truth or not, or to be honest or not.
Okay.
For instance, this is my personal experience.
Mm.
I went to secondary school at a point where telling the truth in school was very dangerous.
Mm.
And in the course of time,
Mm.
some seniors recognized that, Tena will always tell you the truth. In fact, sometimes they will ask the other guys, should I call Tena to come and tell us his
Expose
own
you.
part?
Mm.
So now, over time, I also joined in the telling of lies for survival.
Mhm.
Because some seniors, you told the truth, they still mess you up. They
Mm.
beat you up, nothing happens. You go and report to the school principal, then you will tell me, Tena, you did the right thing, but they'll find a way to manage and exonerate those people.
Okay.
Mm.
Yes. So in the course of time, I began to tell lies conveniently.
Mm.
Now, after school, I got to a point where, talking with my dad again,
Mm.
he realized I was not as straightforward as I used to be.
Okay.
I explained this thing to him, and he said, boy, he used to call me boy. I said, boy, that is not correct. You just have to tell the truth
Mm.
and let the worst happen to you.
Okay.
Deep inside of you, you will know that you told the truth and you are being punished for telling the truth.
Mm.
And then gradually, I picked up again. Now it's very natural for me.
Mm.
And the good thing is, it has also come back to my circle of friends. I say,
Okay.
ask SK,
Mm.
ask Tina,
Mm.
are you sure? We'll call SKO. And
Okay.
it gives me pleasure. I
Okay.
hurt people.
Mm.
Yes, I hurt people when I tell the truth, when I'm being honest.
Mm.
I hurt them, but I still feel very good. In fact, not very long ago, somebody told me that I should learn. He used a thief expression.
Mm.
Oh, as in, when you are about to tell the truth, you soften it in a manner that the person will not be offended.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to learn that, but it comes with a lot of coloration to make it look like you are not saying what you are saying,
Mm.
for the person not to be hurt. It's a very difficult thing for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I know that anytime I'm involved with people,
Mm.
they are not looking at, they are not thinking about what I will do. They already know what I will do.
Mm.
So some things, they will tell me that, oh boy, you know if you pull this one through with us, so I beg just stay.
Okay.
We'll do our thing, come back.
Yeah. All right.
I know that they have already identified me as not being part of that system that is not paying.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
They know.
Alright. Okay.
And so I keep telling my friends that we must be toeholder to each other,
Mm.
especially when it concerns our socio-political settings.
Mm.
We need to tell ourselves the truth, especially those who have opportunity to be in leadership and in governance.
All right
All
then.
right.
If we don't tell them the truth, we are the people that are causing pain for ourselves.
Okay.
Because by the end of the day, once a policy is enacted, it affects everybody in society.
Okay.
And you may not be part of the privileged few
Mm.
that can be aboard that particular thing.
Okay.
So, in essence, what I've said is a culture of truth will help us say the truth and in honesty at all times.
Okay.
Without that, and that is one thing that we're lacking in our society now.
All right then.
Parents are not truthful to their children.
Okay. So
Spouses are not truthful to each other.
Mr. Taylor, we'll just have to wrap it up here. Okay. Thank you
Alright.
so much.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much. But on the whole,
Yeah.
that is my position. It's better to say the truth and get punished.
Sure thing.
All right. Thank you
then.
very much for calling in to share that. That was Shiftina, and he said a whole lot of things. And one thing I would like to point out before you continue, Clement, is where he spoke about school those days where you had to tell the truth just to survive. And it made me somehow remember this thing our parents used to do, and they'll tell you that, don't worry, just tell me the truth and I will not beat you and I will not do all of that.
Yeah.
And then after telling the truth, you get the beating of your life. I mean, I don't know how people kept falling for that. But I get at some point you just like realize that, okay, they're just trying to bring that truth out of me, and then all of that. So you also can call in to share your opinion on our conversation. We are talking about honesty and consequence. And the question is, would you tell the truth, and would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? And the number to call is 090 3648 5868. That's 090 36485868. Go
Now
on,
it's
Clement.
so out of place when you come to think of it, right? That truth should have consequences, and these consequences we're talking about, they are negative consequences. Okay, it's out of place, but that's the reality.
Okay.
Okay, that's the reality right now. Plenty people, okay, from time immemorial, from time past, way back, said the truth, and it backfired on them. Not because what they said was not correct. In fact, it was correct. That's why we call it the truth. That's why we say it was honest of them to have said what they said. But it's just that when they said it wasn't pleasant to the ears. And Chief Taylor said something about you now having to start being honest, saying the truth, saying it as it is, okay, but knowing how you can make it mild,
to not
so
sting that
very,
much.
very good. So you understand. Okay, so because since they said truth is bitter, right? It is bitter for the person who says it and the person who hears it. Do you understand? Because if you say the truth, okay, the person you're saying it to may not like it. That makes it bitter for the person. But then the consequence of you saying that truth, that being honest like that, saying that thing as it is, right, may not be nice because the person didn't like what he heard from you, even though it was the truth.
Some people
Then
just go into denial state
Denial
immediately.
state, and not just even denial state, but even carrying out actions against you that would not be nice, right?
Yes.
That makes the whole truth experience on your own part, you who told the truth now, to become bitter. So that's just the reality, all right? Ideally, being honest will certainly, should set you free. Okay, saying the truth should set you free. But then, realistically, it's not always like that.
Yes. Okay. If you have just joined us, this is a speed lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning we are talking about honesty and consequence. And the question is, would you rather say the truth and bear the consequence, or would you avoid it? And the number to call is 090 3648 5868. That's 090 3648 5868. Would you rather tell the truth and bear the consequence, or would you avoid it? Whether it has to do with relationships, friendships or society as large, or in families and all of that, because sometimes you might feel like you're doing people a favor by telling them a truth, or you're just doing good to the world by saying the truth, but then sometimes it turns out to be like something that messes the other person up or makes them feel bad and all of that. So in that situation, are you the one that will hold back? You don't want somebody to slap you or do anything to you, or are you someone that will just say it as it is, no matter, I know some of those people who will say, I'm not afraid of anyone, you cannot do me anything, and then all of that.
Yeah, and there are people like that throughout history. Okay, but I'm telling you, and like people who have successfully done so, yes, and yeah, well, they got away with it, but then for the most part, people who steps up, right, it costs them something, it costs them dearly. But I'm telling you, there are still these people who still do it. Okay, people who have died for a cause, something they believe in, whether it's political, whether it's religion, okay, any of these things like that. Okay, there are people who have stood for that thing because they have conviction for it, okay, and they died for it. So the thing is, it is even now. Somebody even tells me that he says it like it is. He will be bluntly honest, regardless of the consequences. I am still looking at the person, just like I told you that you said, you'd prefer somebody come straight up with you, and I'm like, see, that thing you said, I'd still take it with a pinch of salt. It's not that thing, anyways. let's just leave it at that. That okay, that's what you want.
Okay.
Let's just say that. But to be very frank, it's not every time that I receive honesty, somebody being blunt to me and very truthful. Right? I've found myself in many situations like that. For a fact, I knew it was true, but I still didn't like hearing it. Okay, and you'd find people trying to, like you said, being defensive, trying to offer reasons to
defend the actions.
Do you understand? Yeah,
like
or just outrightly even shutting the person out, just walking away from the person.
So people don't like hearing truth, so that's true. I would not say most people, or should I say most people, but people like myself, no matter what, I like hearing the truth. I don't know, I feel so in the dark. I'd rather know the truth and then know that this is what people think, than for me to be in that dark place where I'm not sure. And sometimes you find yourself acting and not in line, maybe let me just give this example, although it's not let me not say it's not realistic. It might be, but in this sense, it's not realistic. Maybe I was thinking I am so fine, and then all of that, and then among people, they can see and they are able to tell, okay, this person is not as fine as she thinks it is. And instead of me to be there flaunting, okay, let's bring it down to a dress. Instead of me to be there flaunting, okay, and thinking this dress is the best thing and it looks good, and then all of that, not knowing. And when you feel like you look good, you're in front of people and then just moving about and all of that, I would rather know the truth and go and sit down somewhere, because if I later realize, okay, this is what this person had to say, or this is what most people had to say, and then they just held it inside because they did not want me to feel bad, I would think about that thing for, like, I don't know how long. I could even say for the rest of my life. For me, I would rather not be embarrassing myself somewhere, not knowing that I have this flaw or I have something like this, and then all of that. So yes. Hello. Okay, so you can call in at any point in time to share your opinion on our topic, which is honesty and consequence. And the question is, would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? And the number to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. Would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? Okay, so Clement, now I want to ask you this one. Have you ever told the truth, right, and paid for it?
I can't think of one specific instance right now, though. But I can rather think of having told the truth, expecting to fall into problems for it, okay, and rather receiving the opposite. Do you understand? Now, this is like an instance of me telling the truth and expected to be punished for it, and rather not being punished for it. Now, this takes me way back to my primary school days, back in primary 5. Okay, so we came to school that morning, and then our teacher decided, our miss in the class decided that day that she wanted to have a garden behind the class, and she wanted to plant greens, right? Then, anyway, she told us the previous day that coming to school the next day, we should all come with stems, green, as in the greens vegetable, right? The stems of it, we should all come with them. Now, I went home. I was thinking that the best way for me to get them would be for me to buy, or maybe my mom buys and then she harvests, takes off the leaves and then leave the stems, right? But well, my mother did not do so that the previous evening. So to me, as far as I was concerned, there was no way I could obtain stems. Okay, and then I came to school empty-handed the next day. And then she said, those of us who came to class without stems, right, we should still go out and get. So then I was caught up, right? So me and my friends, they said they knew how to get it. Let's go. They knew a way of getting it. So their plan was to go to people's waste dump. Okay, people's waste dump. So that was how we kept on going from waste dump to waste dump to waste dump. Do you understand?
Yes.
And they were succeeding. Me, I didn't think that the place they would get green stock would be at people's waste dump.
Okay.
So when we all went, that was a shocker to me. They were getting on these waste heaps and they were picking stems from there. To me, that was gross. Like, what is happening here? Like, is this how these guys want to harvest these things, or rather get these things to themselves? So to me, I was like, no, this is not good. I cannot pick these things from here and take back to my miss back in the class. Therefore, I had to plant. I felt that wasn't hygienic, so I stood by while they did all of those things. And by the time they were done, they all had stems to go back with. Me, I didn't have one because to me that wasn't the best place to obtain stems.
Okay.
So when we got back, I felt like I would get in trouble for this thing, but I still felt like, but this is hygiene we're talking about. You're going back with these things that came off rubbish heaps, waste dumps, and then forced to go and plant these things. So when we got back, all of them, they came and they were submitting their stems, right? And it got to my turn, and she asked me, so why don't you have stems? And then I told her that, see where they obtained their stems from.
From the trash.
From trash heaps. And as far as I'm concerned, that's not healthy. So I decided not to bring them to school, right? Now, when I said that, I was expecting her to, whip out her water cane and start dealing me some lashes, right? I truly expected to be punished. Okay, but then she just told me to just go away. She didn't say anything. I was shocked. Do you understand? But at the same time too, she didn't scold the other ones for having come back with stems from rubbish heaps.
Yes.
Which means to her, it was okay. But then I think my point still made sense to her, right? And then she decided to just let me go away.
Now, in that kind of situation, there are some people that will completely misunderstand it and just be like, so you're saying you cannot take things out of the trash, and they'll change the whole point of what you were trying to do and just say, so you're saying you're too big. That language, too special, too big, and all of that.
You don't want to get into those dirty
and
places.
all of that. So even that fear of people like twisting your truth, I think is one of the things that make people to not be honest in some situations. So like they'll just carry the whole thing and then twist it, and before you know, you're wondering like, was I even there with this thing they are saying I did? Was I even there when it happened and all of that? So there are so many things involved, if you ask me. And it's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning we are talking about honesty and consequence. And the question is, would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? Now, you too can call in at any point in time to be part of this conversation. If you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868, that's 090 3648 5868. The question is, would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? Okay, so is it ever okay though to hide the truth, like to protect yourself or even someone else? Is there any instance at all where you'd say it's okay to do that?
That's the response to that would be subjective, but I will rather say what is ideal. Okay, what is truly expected. Okay, now people will have very different interpretations. That's why I don't want to I don't want to state my own, because I cannot even be so sure of myself. But trust me, I've been in situations that I spelled out the truth. Okay, I just came up straight and I dropped it 100% blunt, and
no matter what's
honest,
going to happen,
and I just didn't care what would come out of it. Right, I've been in those kind of situations. I know. Then there's one in my head right now which I would rather not state. All right, I would rather not state it.
Like, better to hold back than to say something and then leave some details out of it that would have changed the whole narrative.
Now, for me to even drive my point across, if I want to even talk about it right now, I would still come. I wouldn't even spare any details.
Okay.
Do you understand? But I would just rather keep that one aside. Okay. So I'll just say what is ideal. Ideally, it is always best to tell the truth, regardless of the consequences. Right, but this is subjective. People will react in very different ways, and they will tell you what they will do. So having just stated the ideal situation or condition right now, it's left now for everybody now to gauge themselves whether they can put up with it. Because face it, it's human. Okay, human beings would, for the most part, try to preserve themselves. Yes, and we're dealing with everyday realities. Okay, how to feed yourself, how to feed your family, how to keep yourself safe, how to stay alive for. And it's a lot of times I've heard this amongst Nigerians. Okay, don't stick your neck out. Don't stick your neck out before they go. No go die for nothing.
Okay.
They would say no go die for nothing. Do you know what it means when they say no go die for nothing? They are saying don't even if it's the truth, just zip your mouth so that you will not go and die young and leave your family hanging.
When we talk about consequence, it goes beyond just getting flogged or getting hated and all of that. It goes beyond that. Sometimes it's the death, like you're talking about. It could cost you your life. So in that situation now, would you rather tell the truth or and face the consequence, or would you rather avoid it and keep your life full? And the number to call is 090 3648 5868. That's 090 3648 5868. Would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? Now, speaking of this truth, while me, I would like to be told the truth. And for the most time, if you're telling me the truth, you're safe, because there's no way I'm going to try to make you feel bad, or that reaction that most people be trying to avoid. Like, if that truth pertains to me, then there's no way, like, you're safe telling me the truth and all of that. Because for the most part, even if I feel bad, I would not like for you to know that I felt bad about that truth and then all of that. So for the most part, if you're telling me the truth, you're safe. But then when it comes to me telling other people the truth, like something that might really hurt them, or something that might kind of affect them, maybe negatively or anything like that, if they're not going to end up losing their lives or anything like that, then it's fine for me. But then, like, to say this person should feel bad, like that example I gave about, okay, imagine you thought you had the best dress in a gathering, personally, I will not go ahead and tell the person that this is it. Oh, like,
Okay.
do your thing. I would not be able to do that. It would break my heart so much to see them having to go through, that phase of, okay, I thought I was this, and I thought this was okay, and then all of that. And some people are so completely not self-aware, because to some extent, if I came in looking like that, I would be able to know it. Maybe, okay, I would not be too sure, but then to some extent, I know that, okay, this dress, it might not go well with everybody or anything
No,
like that.
sometimes you don't even know. Sometimes you don't even know.
I really find it hard to understand how people are sometimes not, should I say, almost not aware completely, because there's always a hint for me. I don't know, is it because I overthink, or is it because of, I don't know what it is, but then there's always that hint of awareness, just a little bit, that makes me just know, okay, there might be something up with this, but then I'm waiting for, and the moment someone else says it, I'm not thinking it badly, or how most people be scared of reactions and then all of that. I am not. But for the most part, I mean, to tell somebody, depends on, maybe if I'm trying to save a life, okay, yes. And if I'm trying to save something from collapsing, those extreme situations and all of that.
Okay.
But then, if it has to do with maybe something that will make someone feel bad or less of themselves, or anything, I'll not even sugarcoat it. I better not say anything at all.
Yeah, then.
So if you have just joined us, it's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning we are talking about honesty and consequence. And the question is, would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? And the number for you to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. Would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you rather avoid it? Maybe maybe because of the consequence is too heavy for you to take, and then all of that.
Now you see this one you talked about, you dressing up and feeling completely completely in bliss that you're okay, that you've dressed properly, you've dressed nicely, not knowing that you're so out of place, right? And you would love it if someone would help you open your eyes, right, to your ignorance in your sense of fashion, and let you know, so that you could go and correct yourself. Now that's even the softer one. Okay, this is just one of the soft ones.
True.
Now in situations of, say, political life, okay, calling out a politician that is not doing well, okay, calling out a politician that is abusing power and misusing public funds, right? These are the very dangerous situations.
If I was a politician, I would want to be called out.
But
calling out another,
but what of telling the truth to the politician?
even as simple as the
business.
dress, I will not do it. Then talk more of calling out a politician because he's not doing well. Are you for real? Nah, I would not do that.
And
so
then,
I believe I am, maybe to some extent, someone like me would be part of the problem, maybe, because for me, I know that I could take that lightly. I could even use it for a change and all of that. But then whatever puts me as a risk,
no, you would still tell it. Now you would still tell the person the truth, but then the thing is, you would have to sugarcoat it. Right?
Sugarcoat, I would rather not. Honestly, I would rather not. And again, I think it depends on who it is. Like, it depends on the relationship I have with that person. If I'm just a normal person outside, okay, maybe another politician, maybe on a lower level or anything like that, I would not say anything. If I was their family member, it's different. But
now Chief Tena said something about instances when because he would most likely stick to honesty, right? His friends and colleagues would get to a point where they want to do something that would not be honest, right? That would not need honesty and truth, and they would then just tell him, please just stay aside for this one. Don't come along for this one. You see, that one there is something that happens in offices. Do you
Okay.
understand? Especially in public offices. Okay, where there's a whole lot more laxity in how people do things, how people handle work, how people show up for work, and how people use office funds, right? Happens a whole lot of times there. So in that kind of situation, it becomes very hard for somebody who is always honest, straightforward, right, to thrive, because for the most part, his colleagues, right, who are so okay with the system will start looking at such a person like an ITK person.
Okay.
You
Yes.
understand? So this is what we're talking about.
And I hate that position. I hate that position.
You see, that makes
where-
it that's why it is easier to just flow with the tide, be dishonest, drop truth, just lie, right?
I don't
It's
want
so
to. I
easy.
don't want to say dishonest because I would not like to refer to myself as that.
But hold
So
on,
I would say it's easier to ignore because I'm not saying anything. It doesn't
Okay.
mean I am agreeing or disagreeing.
passive.
Yes, I'm just there. So I don't want anyone on Group A to say, okay, this person is advocating for Group A or hello. Hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Uganda calling from Daudo.
Okay, Uga Ernest, would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence or would you avoid it?
The case of Nigeria, there is no truth in Nigeria at all because once you try to telling the truth, now you get yourself.
Okay.
Because there are things you see, but once you say you are going to say the truth, they will say you should explain more. Somebody asking you to explain more will know the very truth, but will now be punishing you that you should say the truth.
Just to know how much you know.
Yes. Because somebody who did something, you know very well, and the person will now be saying, say the truth.
Okay.
So when you are now going to say the truth, everything will backfire on you. So if you want to stay safe and enjoy the rest of your life, in other countries, you can say that it will help you. Look at the case of the Nkrumah of Ghana. He was in prison, but after he served the prison term, he was given the president to serve Ghana.
Okay.
He ruled Ghana. But in such case in Nigeria, if you think something happen like that, my sister, you will die by hunger.
Okay. All
So
right.
there is no truth in Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling in to share that with us. And you also can call in to be part of this conversation. And the number to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. Would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence or would you avoid it?
I would have loved to hear from him spell it out clearly where he stands. But from what he said, I think I can deduce that he would rather just not tell the truth.
And you know one thing I got like a graphic picture of something that he said. Like someone that does something will be telling you, okay, tell the truth. Sometimes for us that went to boarding school, I'll just bring this small should I say scenario. So maybe you can make other people picture it. Your senior who you knew very well did something, will be looking at you like this in the eyes and pointing at you, and then all of that, like, you said you saw me, but tell them what you saw. Am I stopping her, like talking to everyone else? Am I stopping her from talking? Tell them what you saw. Did you not say you saw me there? And you know that, okay, if you open your mouth now and share this thing, at the end, later on, I don't know how safe.
There will certainly be trouble.
There will be a lot of trouble. So it's more like they are telling you, okay, everyone is here now, say the truth, and making you to be in that situation where like nobody is stopping you, so you can go ahead and talk. But at the same time, you know that it's a threat, because if someone is talking like that and tell the truth, you say you saw this, right? Tell everyone else here to know, and you know that, okay, no, this one is a trap, and all of that. So when he says something like someone who did something will be telling you, okay, tell the truth, and then you know that you cannot say it like that. I just got that picture of, yes, you know that they're asking you to say the truth, but that one is just for show in front of everyone. But then it's actually an indirect threat. If you go ahead, you're in trouble.
You'll be in deep trouble.
You're in trouble. Okay, so you can call in also and share with us your opinion. We are talking about honesty and consequence. And the question is, would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? And the number to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. Would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you rather avoid it and save your life, or whatever you're trying to save?
Sometimes even it's a matter of you saving, or keeping a loved one out of trouble, right? Like, for example, now somebody you know for a fact that your brother or your sister did something wrong, committed a very major crime, right? And then ran home to hide, and then you know he or she is being looked for. Okay, and now you're caught up whether to disclose that it was your brother or your sister who did this thing, or whether to remain loyal to that person because of the love and bond you have for that person. But the thing is, the person has committed a crime. You see the situation there. So now that's a case of honesty, becoming honest, and then dealing with the consequence. Now, if you go ahead and expose your sibling that here he is or here she is, she was the person who did it, just take her away, right? Telling the police and all to take the person away. Surely the consequence would be that you would lose your brother. Do you understand? You would lose your sibling, and that could even damage your relationship with them forever, because they wouldn't. A lot of times they would not even care whether. Anyways, you did the right thing. You did the right thing by giving me up.
The right thing.
Of which, ideally that was the right thing. But I'm telling you, not very many siblings would look at that sibling who gave them out many years down the line and say, well, he or she did the right thing. So no problems. We're still brothers. We're still siblings. Let's keep going through life.
I would not even believe that if my sibling was telling me, okay, you did the right thing and then all of that, I would not believe. I'm someone that, okay, if someone actually sold me out, like in that instance you mentioned, even if I said that you did the right thing and all of that, in my mind I know, okay, I feel bad about it, but it's not something I would hold a grudge over. But if someone else said it to me, my own trust issues, I would not be believing that. I would not believe the person is just okay with it and all of that, because it's more like it's a survival thing these days for everyone. So it's more like you do the one that you know you'd be safe under, and then to save someone else, especially when it has to do with like your sibling and all of that, even your parents will not look at you the same again. Like this one, when it's even they might try to play that emotional a card on you, like it's your sibling and you are able to do this kind of thing to them, and then all of that. So when it comes to siblings like that self, I don't know, maybe is that an exemption from telling the truth in certain situations, or is that one also part of it? So you also can call in and share your opinion. Would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you rather just avoid it, to avoid all the consequence? And the number to call is 090-3648-5868. That's 090-3648-5868. Would you rather tell the truth and face the consequence, or would you avoid it? And right now, Clement, I would ask you this one again. Have you ever been in a situation, right? Or which situation are you mostly in when it pertains to like telling the truth and then facing the consequence? Is it mostly like in friendships, or is it like in family, maybe society in general, or it's more like relationships for you that you see it, that difficulty where you cannot you're constantly in that situation where you cannot actually tell the truth, or you're deciding whether you should actually say the truth to someone and then just preserve the whole thing and all of that.
I've seen plenty of it. Okay, if it's work setting, I've seen it. If it's personal relationship with whether it's romantic relationship, whether it's family relationship, I've seen them. Whether it's just friendship with friends, I've seen it. And you see, the one that is easiest for me to come up and be blunt about is the one with friends, just friends. Now the hardest situations for me have been the ones at workplace, and then the ones with family, and of course relationship. These have been the hardest for me, right? But the one with friends has always been easier for me, because I just feel like you can make them anytime.
Okay.
It's easy to make friends, but it's harder for you to sacrifice a job you love, okay, a job that benefits you just because you want to say the truth, okay, or lose your relationship with your brother or your sister, right, because you want to say the truth. But now, of all these ones, right, the one that comes to mind right now to talk about easily is the one with family. Okay, even though it's one of the harder ones for me to come up and be blunt about, right? But I can easily talk about my experience with this one. Now, I have older siblings. Okay, I have older siblings, and a lot of times they do things to me which pains me, which makes me feel indignant. Okay, yeah, just by the simple fact that they are older than me. So, they will trample on your rights sometimes. Okay, sometimes. Thank God it's not a lot of times, because they are your siblings. They would still have consideration for you than any other person. Maybe your boss, your colleague, any of your friends. Do you understand? Or your maybe your girlfriend, or your somebody you're dating, anyone at all. And unfortunately, to some people, even more than their spouses may not even be considerate towards them a lot of times, right? So because these ones are your siblings, they would not trample on your rights too many times, but it does happen sometimes, and I do experience it with my older siblings sometimes too. Okay, but then the thing is, you would then consider, being the youngest, you would then consider whether to come up and speak up and be like, a lot of times for you to even speak up, you might be so incensed, too vexed, that when you even speak up, you might be considered as being rude and disrespectful. So then, because you're the youngest, now you're caught up in that trap of being blunt, okay, being honest, and stating that what this older sibling did to you didn't like it. Of course, you know for a fact that the older sibling was not fair to you. Okay, but then if you went ahead and stated it the way you were actually feeling at that point, but you might be considered as being disrespectful. True. Do you understand? So, and I'm going to say this, I found myself in situations where I just bitterly swallowed it, and just so that everything would just stay as they are, right? Not to make an older sibling get way more angry, because I've been in situations where I stated it and it was seen as me being disrespectful, and it rather escalated the situation even further. Okay. Do you understand? Yes. So these are instances, plenty of instances. I've been in a whole lot of them. Okay. But of all of them, I find it quite easier for me to come up straight and be blunt with a friend, right? Because forget it, I never ever knew the person from somewhere before. We met by chance and we became so-called friends. So, and there are still plenty people who could still become friends, and I could just. That's harsh, if you ask me. Yeah, it of course. That's harsh. And I take that into relationship too. Okay, come up straight and just I come up quite easily. Stay it as it is. That's harsh, because for me, the friendships is like
it's not just to have friends now. It's that particular person.
Now, if the friend is reasonable enough, right? If the friend is reasonable enough, he should understand. He should understand. That's how you test real people.
So on your part, you're not trying to keep them at all.
I'm trying to keep them. That's why I'm even being blunt with them, so that I can eventually. It's sort of like a filtering mechanism. You get to filter the ones that are not
and if
real.
they cannot take it, it's not paining you at all.
No, it doesn't, right? Because I'm only looking for the real stuff.
Avoid
to stay
Clement.
around.
Avoid Clement, guys.
So that's the easiest for me.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that, because you were hesitant at first. I don't know why. Okay.
Yeah, the one I'm saying I would not.
Okay, the
state.
main one.
The main one is still there. I haven't even said it, and I will not say it.
Let's leave it where it is. And this is where we would have to wrap it up on the speed lane this morning. We have been talking about honesty and consequence. And honesty isn't always easy. Sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it hurts. But truth, no matter how hard, has a way of bringing light where lies create confusion. So maybe it's not when the truth sets you free, but about how much peace you gain by living in it. So as you go about your day today, don't forget to remember, to keep it real, but keep it wise. Also coming up next at 10 a.m. is King James 90s Top 10. So stay tuned for that and more right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. This has been the Speed Lane, and we have been your hosts, Marysyntia Hangeior
and Clement Sampson here.
And together we are saying have a good day.
Hello, my Cudi. Asking Radio is here. Tell everyone you know. The wait is over.